Some might say that JRPGs peaked during the 90s and early 2000s, and while that argument can be made, you can't deny all the bangers that have dropped within the genre over recent years. Now sitting here and naming them all would take forever, so today on Game Rant, we're giving you our top 5 modern day JRPGs. Starting at number 5, we have Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Xenoblade Chronicles blessed us with its first game back in 2010, and this 2022 sequel presents the series at its best. However, don't be too worried about that 3 in the title. For the most part, this is a standalone story that doesn't require knowledge of the past games. It takes place in Ionios, home to 2 nations stuck in perpetual war. You play as Noah and his friends, and it's up to all of you to uncover the truth behind this war and their world. When it comes to quality, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 provides an extremely fun experience that delivers on every front, be it story, gameplay, or side quests. The map is massive and rich with content, so like most JRPGs, expect to be logging a lot of time into this one. Next at 4, we have NieR Automata, Game of the Yorha Edition. This dark real-time RPG follows the story of 3 androids whose mission it is to cleanse a post-apocalyptic version of Earth, overrun by robots. But throughout their adventure, they begin to learn about their true purpose. If that doesn't leave you at least a little curious, then get this. There are also 26 endings. Additionally, the combat in this title is some of the best you'll see in an action RPG. So even when the story has you crying your eyes out, you'll still have that to look forward to. Coming up at 3 is Dragon Quest XI S, Echoes of an Elusive Age, Definitive Edition. When Dragon Quest is in the title, you already know it's going to be an amazing JRPG. Originally released for the 3DS and PS4 in Japan back in 2017, Dragon Quest XI S came out 2 years later for the Switch. It takes the player through a 100-hour story about a hero who has been prophesized to save the world. However, he's labeled as a villain and is constantly at odds with the king's army. What you can expect here is not only a good story, but a variety of well-written characters who only add to the experience. The bosses are awesome, the dungeons are expertly designed, and the world building is truly top tier. Moving on to 2, we have Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Surprisingly, this is actually part of a spin-off series from the highly acclaimed Yakuza franchise. The developers, Ryuga Gotoku Studios, started with Yakuza Like a Dragon, and though it was a huge shift from their usual style, the game still did exceptionally well. Its sequel, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, only improves on the formula, with a better story and more fine-tuned mechanics. JRPG fans will feel right at home with its battle system, which is akin to Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest. However, it still manages to add its own unique flair that makes it feel like a totally different experience. With a bunch of places to visit, a ton of mini-games, and side stories galore, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is sure to keep any JRPG fan satisfied. And last at number 1, we have Persona 5 Royal. Originally released as Persona 5 back in 2017, this title adds a multitude of improvements on the already groundbreaking game. But for those new to the title, Persona 5 follows the story of a group of teenagers defying authority and their fate as the Phantom Thieves. Using their personas, they fight against the corrupt adults who ruin their lives. If you're looking for a deep story, then you've come to the right place. Not only is the main story a treat, but by using the Confidant feature, you're able to delve into the complex lives of the many side characters in the game. And though Persona 5 was already long, Persona 5 Royal adds 60 more hours of story, making the grand total 170 hours. I don't think I've ever heard of a game having such a long story. Within these 60 hours of additional content, you get more confidants, mini-games, and even a whole new semester after the end of the original game. This may seem like a lot, but trust us, it's all worth it. Persona 5 Royal is a near perfect game, and we cannot recommend it enough. But that's it for our picks. Thanks for sticking with us for this list, and we'll see you next time.